is hired for what seems like a straight-up retrieval mission. The target? A mysterious high-value asset known only as the Ghost. Nobody knows who they really are, but everyone wants them silenced. The mission is set aboard an international flight 30,000 feet in the sky. No backup, no escape, just metal walls. The plane is crawling with assassins, each deadlier than the last, all with the same bloodthirsty objective. Eliminate the Ghost, and anyone standing in their way. Fight or Flight is your must-watch. Hey action fans, welcome back to the channel that brings the adrenaline straight to your screen. Today we're counting down the top 20 action movies of 2025 so far. From brutal brawls to political chaos, from rogue soldiers to superhero epics, these films are explosive, intense, and absolutely mind-blowing. So grab your favorite snack, hit that like button, and buckle up as we dive into 20 of the best action-packed movies you can't miss this year. Into paranoia and desperation. We meet Sarah, a former Special Forces soldier, as she arrives at the U.S. consulate in Frankfurt with her young son, seeking nothing more than routine assistance. But in a single blink, he's gone, vanished without a trace. And when she turns to the people around her, expecting help, she's met with chilling indifference. No one remembers seeing her son. No cameras caught him. To them, it's as if he never existed. But Sarah knows better, and she's not the type to back down. And when that final reveal hits, it'll leave you breathless. The Gorge. A vast and highly classified gorge. Their mission? To protect the world from a mysterious evil lurking within. The action sequences are jaw-dropping, with some of the most creative stunts and set pieces we've seen in years. If you're looking for a fresh take on the action genre, The Gorge is a must-watch. It's a thrilling ride from start to finish, and it's easily one of the most underrated action films of the year. Sinners. Gritty and utterly haunting. It's a Southern Gothic tale drenched in sweat, blood, and sin. Twin brothers, hardened by a life they never chose, are desperate to outrun the shadows of their past. When they return home to the sweltering backroads of Mississippi, they're hoping for a fresh start. But what they find waiting is a past they can't bury. Old debts, buried secrets. It's a film that stays with you long after the credits roll, whispering in the back of your mind like a ghost that refuses to be silenced. That scenes is breathtaking. You're experiencing the bravery and resilience of soldiers in the face of overwhelming odds. It's action with a purpose, and it's absolutely unforgettable. G20. The most powerful leaders have gathered for the G20 summit, but when terrorists storm in, everything spirals into chaos. Now, when the world's most dangerous crisis unfolds around her, she doesn't hide behind Secret Service agents or wait for backup. She takes charge. If you're craving an adrenaline rush with a powerhouse performance at its center, G20 will leave you breathless and wanting more. Journey. Frank Lazareff, a man haunted by his past, finds himself in a desperate race against time when his wife, Leo, is kidnapped by a shadowy group of armed men. After surviving an attempt on his life, Frank must navigate a dangerous web of conspiracies tied to a state affair far beyond his control. If you're a fan of relentless thrillers with emotional stakes, Ad Vitam is a movie you won't want to miss. It's a masterful blend of action and drama that'll leave you breathless. Back in action, turn of Cameron Diaz to the big screen, alongside the ever-charismatic Jamie Foxx. The story follows Emily and Matt, two retired spies who've traded espionage for a quiet life in suburban Atlanta, raising their two kids. But their peaceful existence is upended when their former boss arrives with a chilling revelation. They've been compromised. If you're craving a mix of non-stop action, compelling characters, and a fresh take on the spy genre, Back in Action is a must-watch. It's a roller coaster ride packed with energy, wit, and unforgettable moments that will leave you wanting more. The Amateur. This is all about brains meeting brawn, but with a raw emotional core that sets it apart from your typical spy thriller. At the center of it all is Charlie Heller, a brilliant CIA codebreaker whose world shatters when his wife is killed in a brutal terrorist attack. By the end, you're left with a revenge thriller that's as sharp and cutting as the codes Charlie once cracked, offering not just action, but genuine emotional weight. Cleaner. The company's gala, held captive by radical activists. But here's the twist. Their mission to expose corruption is hijacked by one of their own, a ruthless extremist ready to kill everyone inside. Enter our unlikely hero, a former soldier who's now working as a window cleaner. What follows is a pulse-pounding, floor-to-floor battle of wits and survival as she races against the clock, armed with only her military smarts and sheer determination. Brutal fight scenes and a story that keeps you hooked. It's not just a movie, it's an experience. Every frame is packed with detail. Every character has a story to tell, and every action sequence feels like a piece of art. If you're a fan of dystopian thrillers, this one's a must-watch. Accountant 2, or even higher. We dive deeper into the brilliant yet troubled mind of this mathematical savant turned lethal enforcer, as Christian uncovers a conspiracy that could shatter everything he's built. from his hard-earned relationships to the fragile sense of peace he's carved out for himself. In a genre often crowded with empty spectacle, this film dares to be smart, layered, and deeply human, and that's exactly what makes it unforgettable.